Now, our Friday special guest this morning brings her, of course, with her so much warmth, nostalgia, and the best of this country. Because of this, she was even given the name Thandeka. In case you didn't know where that actually came from.
I don't know what that actually means. I'm going to say lovable.
Yeah.
Is that what it means?
That's exactly it. Well done.
And of course, the legend with us, needing no introduction, so we're not going to waste time telling you about PJ Powers. Of course, what I do have is one tweet that's come through to me so far. I'm seeing the ENCA account. I'm getting quite a few more. So, PJ, just for the viewers who weren't with us earlier, thanks for spending time. You've got a performance coming up later. I do have, thanks, Professor Gebeleteja, saying, hi, ENCA, hi, Gareth. Please, Thandeka, how many South African languages does she speak? Do you speak besides English and Afrikaans? Tell her we still love her, PJ.
Oh, unfortunately, I don't speak Afrikaans that well, but I do get by in Nguni languages. But I get by now in Afrikaans. I must be honest, I'm quite proud of myself. I've been trying to. I'm from KZN. I use that as an excuse, which is not an excuse, but I can get by in Xhosa and Zulu and Indebele.
But we see that crossover not only in the country with the likes of your collaborations with Mami Von Chaka Chaka, with the late Double HP. There's so many artists we could name, but also even in the continent and from around the world. How was it like being exposed to those different cultures?
Oh, it's fantastic. I loved doing my collaboration with Lawi, who's from Malawi. I thoroughly enjoyed doing my, dare I say it, my collaboration with Radio and Weasel in, dare I say it, Uganda, which of course has got the world's eyes on it at the moment. And I've done a lot of stuff in Africa, and I love collaborating with different languages, people that are speaking different languages. I also love collaborating with people a lot younger than myself. Because I never want to stop learning. And I think we all learn from each other all the time, but I learn a lot from the young people I collaborate. I learned a huge amount from Double HP, huge amount.
Oh, man.
Let's talk what you do when not signing autographs, not performing on stage, and not sitting doing interviews with people like us, reminiscing on the past. I imagine there's quite a lot of social and charity work that you're involved as well, because you were always very big on that, and I don't imagine that's slowed down.
No, it hasn't, and I very seldom talk about the past. Actually, it's actually where it is in the past. At the moment, when I see this, this tender thing that's coming up with children going hungry in KZN, we got to do better. We just have to do better. And I'm actually involved with a wonderful project called the Humanity Project, and it's a certain porridge called. I wish we'd get a huge tender so that we could distribute this. It's a porridge that has been fortified. It has been, and a school child. It comes in a small little neat sachet, and it's in tandem with harvest food, and it's got all the vitamins. It's like having fruit, fiber and protein all in one small sachet mixed with water. Children should not go hungry. People should not be going hungry in this country. When you see the lavish cars on the road and you see, I mean, suddenly we're now going to honour, suddenly we're being honourable, we're going to honour a 46 million rand a month contract. Well, where's the honour to us? Where's the honour to the children? Where's the honour? So don't get me on a tangent. In my private life, when I'm not writing songs and singing and doing the things I love, I do coaching at the moment, which is basically coaching to, I think that we are full of fear in South Africa at the moment. We're full of, we don't know what to do. People, should I immigrate? Shouldn't I immigrate? What's the future of my children? We've got to stop and breathe, just breathe. So I kind of almost call my therapy just breathe therapy, which is you can't make an educated opinion. I mean, you can't make an educated, not guess, what's it? About your future if it's going to be filled with panic. You know, so many people have rushed out this country, sold everything, and they've rushed back, and it's all so it's kind of called the just breathe therapy, which is teaching people to just calm down, take a step back. It's not all falling down all at once. London Bridge is not falling down, or Nelson Mandela Bridge is not falling down yet. But so I'm doing that. I'm also involved right now. I'm busy doing some music collaborations with two huge international artists, artists from the UK, and I have new management. So if anyone wants to book me, they're always booking me. Can I say this? Please book me through Tracks Studio, okay? .co.za. WWER.
But I also want to touch on, as we talk about kids, I mean, your love for kids stretches even with your work with Reach for a Dream
For sure.
Foundation. You've also worked with Hamlet Foundation, but also writing that song for the Children's Rights Commission. What is it about kids? There we go.
A dream, and we all have the right to learn. Let's go down to education now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have there's two sectors, and young people and the elderly. I think being elderly in this country must be pretty scary right now. People that had so much hope in '94, as we did all. I worry about, you know, I think we need to look at those two complete opposite ends of the scale in terms of who we put our money behind to nurture.
Can we talk music for a moment? Because we're going to have a performance from you very kindly a little bit later as well. So, as you said, apart from doing your writing of songs and collaborating, you're doing all this charity work as well. How difficult is it to still sit down and write the music the way you did back in the day? Are you still doing it the way you used to? We're just not hearing as much of it. Have you ever slowed down? Do you want to slow down?
No, I'm not slowing down. I've got a brand new track that's busy being mixed at the moment called I'm Coming Home, which is about coming back. I've written a whole new, so there's a whole new musical, I mean, there's whole new tracks about it, but the first release will be I'm Coming Home. I'm coming home. Yeah, and life is good. My movie's going to be released.
Wait,
I don't want to slow down, Gareth.
What movie? What
movie?
movie?
I've shot a movie. They've
As
shot
one does. When did this happen?
Oh, yeah. There's a 90-minute feature documentary that's been filmed about my life. We went right back to KZN, to the farm where I grew up, and did all sorts of wacky, wild, wonderful things. Went to my grandmother's old house because she was my biggest influence musically. And that should be released in the next 2-3 months.
Oh, wow. That's now.
Platform-wise, cinemas?
Cinemas, across.
Definitely what to look out for. You mentioned that you enjoy learning from young people. Would you consider an Amapiano song? Have you done one? Would you do one?
Oh, this big Amapiano debate.
This debate, this genre.
About Amapiano. You know, bring me something that has a decent lyric with Amapiano.
Yeah.
And I will start to believe in the genre. And I know I'm going to get shot down for this, but one of my biggest things I pride myself in is that I have always been authentic. And I love the groove, but when you have a platform that is huge, it is your responsibility to use it in a way that can benefit. And for example, if you are appealing to young children, give them a good example. Your choice is this, a good or a bad example. Come on.
Yeah, and I think when it comes to your lyrics, we've always seen a sense of message attached to it. Like every time you listen to a PJ Powers song, you know that it's either, you know, a relatable, close to home, nostalgic, takes you back. There's always a message that you're intentional about in the song.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, You're So Good to Me was just a love song. I'm not saying that we have to all walk around talking about, you know, what's happening and making people aware and LGBT. We can't, you know, I mean, that's not, but even if you're going to write a love song, write it without just, I wanna, come on. We've got to do better with lyrics.
I wanna,
So
What is
It's when you run out of words.
That's
and your producer needs something to fill in before you get to the next part of the chorus. So any Amapiano producers, by the way, you got a challenge. PJ Powers not saying no.
No, I would love to, because I love to do that. But you got it, girl. You know exactly what I mean.
I got you.
And then just as we say goodbye for the moment, because you're going to be with us at the end of the show for the performance, you're going to take us out this Friday as well. You are, by the way.
Well,
we plan things very well on
Yes, please.
We plan things very well on this show. So you're going to close the show for us just before 9 o'clock. Tell us what you're going to be playing. Is this something off the new album, or what you got for us?
I decided when I saw what was going to be on the news this morning, and when I read last night's, and when I know that last night was a big night for our country economically, I decided that I'm going to go right back and I'm going to do a song called There Is an Answer.
That's what we need.
Because I think we all need a bit of hope, and we all need to know that there is an answer. Just breathe.
And that's coming up for you a little bit later here on the show. PJ, what a pleasure for coming in. This really wasn't synced with the pink. I always try and match Tumza, but getting
as he always does.
3 out of 3 on a Friday morning show. I mean, you're not going to get that right very often.
It's fantastic.
PJ, thank you very much for coming in. We'll have that performance with PJ a little bit later.